All right, so we're at the vise and we have got, this is how we're going to tie these catfish flies up. Everything in this video will be in the description, I think, as long as I can find it all. Eagle claw, 2-aught hook, just kind of one of those octopus hooks. See how it's offset? That's how we're going to tie that catfish fly. We're going to put it in a vise. Make sure, I try to get my shank of the hook level along with the back of my peak rotary vise. We are using Ultra Thread 210 denier, Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails. We're going to start out with the Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails. We're going to brush some on right there. We're going to be adding a lot of bucktail to it, so it might end up with a pretty good treatment of Sally Hansen's. Using the Loon ergonomic bobbin, start right behind the eye. Start wrapping. We're going to go halfway down the hook. About right there. We're going to come back up, go to the eye, go back about 1/8 of an inch and stop. Trim that off. Cut that off right there. And then for the center of this one, we're going to throw some hot pink in it. I'm going to pull off a piece right here on the back of the tail. I ain't going to pull off a whole lot. I just want a little bit of, little accent in there is all I want. We're going to pinch that off about, oh, I don't know how long. We'll show you. And they work for catfish. Believe it or not, they work for catfish. I've done it. I did it a couple times last year and it worked. It worked again. So I'm going to show y'all how to do it. We're going to lay just that little bit of hot pink right there on the back. I'm going to push it down over the, around the shank of the hook as best I can. And I'm going to wrap down about right there and come back up. And I'm going to stop. I don't want nothing up here by the eye yet. I want it to stay thin right there. So on the belly backside of this, we're going to add some brown. I'm going after the brown, buggy, natural looking, something fell in the water and there's a big blue cat and he's hungry and he's going to eat it. So we're going to cut off pieces longer than that pink. A little bit more than that pink. We're going to add it right there, the same spot, right on the very back of that hook. Right where the thread starts, that's where the end of my bucktail is. We're going to push it down. We're going to lasso it all in. We're going to stop right there. We're going to come back up. Go all the way to the eye this time and then come back up. Stop. All right, we're adding a lot of bucktail to it. And when you start adding a lot of bucktail, it'll want to start rolling on you. So we got a glue base. Bucktail, we wrapped the thread. It pushed a little bit more of that glue out. It caught the brown. Now I want to put just a tad bit here more so I can add the third color. And pretty much just enough to make the thread look wet. That's about all we want. Just a good insurance that it's not going to want to keep spinning on you. Gray bucktail. Like I said, we were going a natural bug look other than the hot pink. Hot pink's more like just kind of an attention getter. So if the hot pink, actually I wish I had red and put red in it instead. I think red would look a lot better. Or maybe even, probably even perform a little bit better. Well, we're going to pull off some gray bucktail if I can get my fingers on it. Pull that gray bucktail out. Now right there, it's got a little bit of the brown back mixed in it. Like I said, it's not going to hurt. You're going after kind of a buggy look. So you see there's kind of two different colors in that one pinch that I just cut off. All right, we're going to lay it on there. Right there where the thread starts. And we're going to wrap it in. Going right to where we stopped on the brown, and we're going to come back up. We're pulling it pretty tight. Put a little bit of pressure on it. We're dealing with something bigger than a crappie now, so we're going to put a little more pressure on it so we can get it all caught up. See why I left the thinner right there? I didn't wrap so much. That's where we're going to do our whip finish. And I'm kind of trying to create like the midsection body of a bug, the thorax. We're going to build it up just a little bit. We're going to go back down the eye. That's good enough. I'm going to stop right there. We're going to put a whip finish. And I want that knot to end right behind the eye. Let's do one more. Boom, pop it out. Cut your bob loose. Get your UV resin. Good, nice, thick coat on there. Catfish fly. And for anybody out there searching, looking for a lawsuit, this is just called one. One. That's all we're going to call it. Get our UV light going. Let it set up just a little bit. Let that drip kind of roll around. And I usually let that drip roll around and even itself out and then hit it with the light real quick. But see how it built up that body and it kind of gave it like a body look. Kind of, I'm pretty sure if I remember right, in biology in school, the middle section of a bug was called a thorax. Am I right? Maybe, I don't know. Comment, let me know what that's called, that midsection shell of a bug. There it is right there. Comment, let me know what you think. Have you ever tied a catfish fly? They work. I know they work because I used them a couple times last year. And in that video, hopefully, if you're watching this, it's because you watched me catch big catfish on the noodles at Truman Lake with one of these bugs. Number one. All right, there's it. That's all there is to that. Thread, a hook, and some leftover bucktail pieces. And noodles up here. You got your main line running down with the bait on it. You got this running over to your line, tied off, and it's just the noodles floating across the lake. Because I don't anchor mine down. I just watch them. I stay right there with them. Noodles floating across the lake, and the bug's back here in the back doing this thing. Like, share, comment. Let me know what you think about this. Have you ever tried any? Worth a shot. Thanks for watching.